What is hybrid leadership? Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Brummett, and it strikes me that you can't open a newspaper or listen to a podcast or go online to any leadership and development resource without coming across this phrase. So it got me interested over the summer to explore what exactly are we talking about. I've conducted some research both qualitatively and quantitatively to look at what leaders around the world are understanding that term to mean. And before I share where we landed, I think there's some context here which is really important to set as to why it matters that we really hone the skills that sit behind being a hybrid leader in business today. Number one, everyone I talk to is sharing their concerns around scarcity when it comes to hiring talent. Gone are the days of there are so many people applying for the vacancies which we have. It's the complete opposite of that. And aligned with it is a sense of, I think there's an arms race for talent out there. What I'm hearing again and again is leaders and businesses who are worried that their best people could leave. They could just go. And that there are other organisations that are pursuing them with vigour. So how do they keep them on side? People who they thought were going to be in the business forever are now seriously thinking about their options elsewhere. Secondly, of course, we live in a world which will be changed forever with COVID. It's always going to be there. Wherever you're watching this, you're in stages of unlocking, locking down. Maybe you're in full lockdown. Maybe you are living somewhere where there are no restrictions. Some of us are back in the office. Some of us have never been in the office over the last 18 months. And some of us are dipping our toe in for the first time. The point is, everything's changed. We're never not going to have it. So in addition to the legal and political implications of inviting people back into the office, there's social, physical, psychological, cultural considerations around how we return to the office in varying degrees and feeling safe. Third piece, of course, is what we know in terms of the reality around how we view other people when we're working at distance. I've quoted before Harvard Business Review, who shared with us back in 2017 that teams that work at distance versus teams that work together at the same facility, those remote teams, they're 2.5 times more likely to perceive each other with a sense of mistrust, incompetence, poor decision making versus those teams that work together regularly. And by the way, they'll also view a sense of lacking psychological safety. So I'm not going to tell you what I really think because it will damage me if I do so. So it's against the backdrop of all of that that I'm really curious about what hybrid leadership means now. And in my conversations, I would suggest it means a number of things. Number one, agility. So what we think about and what we say hybrid leadership is today probably won't be what it needs to become in the future. Why? Because we're all working this out as we go along. There are so many things that are different, new, individual, unique for our teams, for our businesses, for our parts of the world. Creating new rhythms, new routines, new cultures. No one had a playbook for COVID. So if we're not able to be agile, to say, look, we are going to work this out as we go. We're going to build the track as the train's coming down in the knowledge that we'll need to shift, I'm sure, more than once. That's fine. Secondly, what's aligned with agility is interaction, engagement. I am just over meetings and organisations where success is viewed as, here's all my slides, no one say anything. By the way, these slides are so dense, you need to have the brain of Stephen Hawking to be able to work out what the heck's going on them, and I'm going to crash through them in the next 45 minutes or longer. You'll not say anything, everyone's off camera, but hey, it's a great presentation with lots of clever stuff. That's not interaction, that's not engagement. Aligned with that for me, I think what hybrid leadership is all about is connection. which means communication. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, I do that already. I'm talking about taking it up to a completely new level. The ability to reach people, change people, engage people, shift their thinking, shift their beliefs, shift their approach. Think back to all those people for whom there's an arms race for them. So saying the right thing at the right time in the right way to the right person to get the right result, that is part of what a brilliant hybrid leader does. So this is a conversation. It's unfolding over the next few months, and I do hope that you can join me as I continue to share some of those conversations with you.